Has this ever happened to you? You are scrolling through the App Store and you see a game that looks interesting to you, so you download it. You enjoy it for the first couple of weeks, maybe months, and then for whatever reason you decide to uninstall it because you're out of storage space or you just feel like just taking a quick hiatus from the game. So life goes on, and then you're on Twitter or you're on social media, and for whatever reason, you see something on there that makes you want to go back to that mobile game. And so you do, and the second you log in, you see, we regret to inform you that this game will be shutting down in a couple months because of whatever. Thank you for playing. And this makes you think, why did the mobile game have to get shut down? What went wrong between these last couple of weeks, or months, or years? Well, honestly, there's a lot of factors in it because there's just a lot of them, and I'm gonna try to explain some of them from the stuff I've seen. Because as little as you guys know, I play a bunch of mobile games, and in my experience, some get shut down for decently good reasons, others not so good, and some just comes completely out of the blue. So, without wasting any more time, let's dive right into this little video. I don't know why I snapped. I don't have an intro. All right, so like I was saying in the intro, there's like multiple reasons why certain things, like certain mobile games, are shut down, and like some of the reasons are just like you can't really explain them because there's not nothing we could have done to do it. That made no sense. Sometimes mobile games get shut down just because maybe they just have enough buzz as they did beforehand. Like social media, it can work in very great ways for certain things. Marketing is one of them. So, if a mobile game comes out and it doesn't have like a really good fan base from the beginning, then yeah, it's not gonna be up for that long. Like for an example, this one really hurts my heart. Tales of Link. Tales of Link was a mobile game that came out, I want to say 2015, 14? The global version, at least. If I remember, I'll edit to figure out when it came out, but I feel like it was 2015, 2014, somewhere around there. And it got shut down in 2018. Yeah, I did. Because I did, yeah, I remember. So, for Tales of Link, when it first came out, I'm pretty sure it was pretty popular. To the people who played any Tales of game, it was like, oh my god, I can have like the whole Tales franchise on my phone. You know, I can get waifus or husbandos or certain characters and certain costumes, and it was really good. It brought in a lot of money. It made people pay for certain things, like certain characters that came out. I know that from experience because you know, when a swimsuit tier came out, I kind of spent a little bit of money because it's tier in a swimsuit, and you know, yeah. So it was just like certain things that just made that game work. And there's honestly, I don't really know the reason why it shut down. Honestly, like I was expecting the game to be around in 2020, not for it to be shut down in 2018 when it did. I think that still hurts, by the way, because it was going up. It was doing so good, and then the next thing I know, we got like a maintenance that lasted for a couple hours, and when you logged in next, it was saying, "Oh hey, yeah, so we're gonna be shutting down," and like I think it was like in early 2018, like January 18th or something. I swear, if I got that date right, that's bad. That's bad that I remember exactly the date it got shut down. But I think it was either then or like in March. So I just wanted to add something else too. I was right about when Tales of Link got shut down. All right, I think I said like March 18th or 16th or something, 2018. I was right. All right, I might be off by like a week, but I know when certain mobile games just shut down. Okay, I still miss Tales of Link so much. That game was so much fun, and I'm still very upset that it got shut down. But yeah, it still hurts to this day. Like, I think we were like close to the anniversary too, or something, if I remember correctly. It's been a good like 2 years, and so I can't remember. But I think we were, or it was like they were gonna start adding like new 6 stars or something. We almost got like Velvet as a 6 star, but you know, the the game the game got shut down before that could happen, which is really sad. I'm still sad about it. Hashtag RIP Tales of Link. Uh, hashtag Link our hearts forever. Wait, that's a bad hashtag. Hashtag Tales of Links in our hearts forever. Yeah, there you go. That sounds better. All right. Back to the video. January or March. It's one of those 2 months. That sounds about right. And for that one, I think that was just because I don't know, because like they released things like at a certain time, like within good time of each other, if I remember correctly. It wasn't like like a banner is still there, and then it was like, oh guys, you know what we should do? Look, I know that banner is still up and it just came out, but like next week though, we should like put something else. It wasn't like that. It was like everything was like going smoothly. Story mode was like released, I think, every once in a while, but just for some reason they just Bondi was like, you know what, we're just gonna axe this for no reason, which led to another game being shut down that, I mean, I kind of enjoyed, but it wasn't Tales of Link. It was, I think, Tales of Crusadia. I think after Tales of Link got shut down, that game got shut down, like, I think a couple months afterwards, because, I mean, Crusadia was a good game. It was decent, but I think people were just mad because Tales of Link got shut down for no reason. And so they were like, well, we're not going to play this knowing that this game could get shut down anytime. And they're right, because a couple months later it got shut down. So for some games, it's just, I don't know, maybe the company just doesn't want to keep on keeping it alive anymore. They just don't want to have to deal with the server costs. There's a couple more other examples that I have. Another example that I have about like the marketing not being used well is what's it called? Final Fantasy Knights or something. If I remember, I'll put the name up, but it was like a game that was supposed to come out like way before it came out. I think the game came out in 2018 and it got shut down in 2019, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it came out in 2017 and got shut down in 2018. I can't remember. But that game took forever to come out. There weren't any updates on it, really. Because I remember I saw the game on what's it called? It's like an app you can use, Pre-Order Me or something. It's an app. I saw it and I'm like, that game doesn't look that bad. Kingsgrove, because yeah, it was in Final Fantasy 15. Kingsgrove, yeah. I wanted to bet none of you guys remember that game because it was only around for a couple months. That's not funny. I like that game. But yeah, that game, it wasn't set to do well from the beginning because it took them so long to release it. And by the time it came out, people didn't care. And if I remember, I think when it came out, there were like issues from the jump. And that was another thing that hurt that game. And it was like, even on their social media, like whenever they would post something, like on Facebook or whatever, it wouldn't get that many likes. It would just get like, I think 7. And I think people would be asking questions in the comments and they wouldn't respond. And like that right there is not good. Like, that's not good marketing. Like usually for like big boy game names like Dokkan, Dragon Ball Legends, Fate Stay Grand Order, which Grand Order, that's a very, very, very expensive game. I play it every now and then. But anyway, like with those, usually when you like see their stats, like the likes and stuff, it's a lot. And that's why, or that's, I think, the reason why, those games have like 2 to 3 year anniversaries, while some games are lucky to even get like a year anniversary or like half a year. Like, but there's just, well, I mean, to be fair, Dragon Ball Z is a very big franchise, so I think it's that too. But you get what I'm trying to say. It just, certain things need to have a fan base before they can be put into a mobile game. Alright, so I kind of just wanted to weigh in on a couple more things that I was talking about in this video. So, when I was talking about I think I said something about games not having a certain social media space or something. I don't remember it. This is Medium was like 2 days after I got done recording, and I just thought about adding more to it. So this is what I'm talking about. So Attack on Titan Tactics is it's getting shut down on August 30th. So it's about a month and some change away. So I mean, obviously with this, it got like a lot of attention because it's like, oh no, the game is getting shut down. But before that, I'm not gonna count this because this came out July 3rd. Let's scroll down. I guess here's fine. Usually, I mean, I'm checking Facebook, but I think on Twitter it's probably the same thing. But like, it only got 28 likes and stuff. If a game doesn't like blow up, like if it's only getting like 33 likes or something, yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. So like, it's crazy how like this only has this, even though Attack on Titan is really big. While if we go to let's go to Star Ocean first. So Star Ocean and the Nemesis was also a game that got shut down. So it came out I think a year ago or something, and it got shut down in November of last year. And like, whenever something gets shut down, obviously it blows up. But normally, it would only get like 70, which isn't good, because that just means that, I mean, it's the same thing with this one. It's like, it's not really blowing up. Like, a lot of people aren't flocking to it or anything. Flocking. All my homies hate flock. It's not good. So, again, it only get like not that many, which like I said, isn't good. Now if we go to, this isn't fair, but we're gonna go to Legends, Dragon Ball Legends. Usually with like everything they post, it's like way better than Star Ocean and Attack on Titan, which sucks, because I mean, I like Star Ocean. Attack on Titan Tactics was kind of eh, but that's besides the point. Yeah, everything has like 1,000 on here, so I think Legends will be fine. It just has to like fix certain things, but I don't see Legends getting shut down anytime soon, unless they just like fumble the bag and then it gets shut down. But I don't see that happening. And besides, Dragon Ball Z is a gigantic franchise. This has been going on for 20 plus years. So I think Attack on Titan. I think Legends and Dokkan will be fine. Let's go to Sin of Alice, because this just came out and I just want to see something. And so Sin of Alice just dropped. I mean, it only has 300, but to be fair, the game just came out, so I can't really critique it. I mean, I like Sin of Alice, but it's still good. Yeah, at least it's like 200 to 400 likes a post, which is good. Like I said, I don't see it getting shut down anytime soon unless they fumble the bag again. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see with that one. Grand Summoners. I'm just doing just to make a point. By the way, they're having a Yu Hakusho collab. Very nice, very nice. So once again, Grand Summoners gets 1,000. Well, maybe it always doesn't, but I mean, I got 100, 100, 200. I mean, I don't know. Grand Summoners, it just does things good. So I think Grand Summoners will be fine too. So we'll close that, close that too. All right. Whew. Oh boy. So Brave Frontier, the Last Summoner, was a train wreck. Like, man, this game was horrible. Well, it wasn't horrible. It was just what they did to like promote it and stuff was bad. So once again, this game came out super duper fast, and it got shut down super duper fast. Like, I think it came out. I think it came out. this game come out? Like early 2019 or something? Either it was early 2019 or like 2018. I can't remember. I have to scroll through so much to get to what I need to get to make a point. God, you guys have put up so much for no reason. Okay, you know what? I don't feel like scrolling through this anymore, so I'm just gonna say it came out in 2018. So it came out 2018, and then it got shut down in July of last year, which is crazy. We're at a year and 2 weeks, but yeah, this game wasn't good because like there were so many issues with it and stuff, and it could have been good, but they fumbled it and they didn't like promote it that good and stuff, and it didn't have like much of a fan base. I mean, sure, it had Brave Frontier fan base, but that was basically it. It didn't have anything else. It didn't have anything else to back it up, and that's why it got shut down so fast. I mean, like I said, it's sad. The game could have been something great. Could have been cool. Could have been something to hold us out until we get Brave Frontier 2 for global, which, I mean, at this point, I don't know. They said like, oh yeah, no, it's staying in Japan, but who knows? I can't see into the future. Ooh, I almost said an Attack on Titan spoiler. Blazing, I mean, I don't know. Blazing is kind of weird because it seems like, oh hey, cool, it was almost the 4-year anniversary. That's crazy. So yeah, I mean, Blazing is kind of weird because like, I can see it shutting down within like the next year or so. I don't know. I just see it. Could be wrong. This game, I mean, this game has already been around since what, 2016, I believe. I think so. Well, 4 years. So, 2016 is when it came out. So, I mean, it has a name for itself. I mean, it has like fan base because it's Naruto, and you know who doesn't like Naruto besides the people who haven't seen it. So yeah, it's kind of like, I'm gonna steal a quote, not a quote, but like a title from Blackie Speaks, who talks about rap and stuff, which I do watch him a lot. It's kind of like the fast food era of like of mobile games, because it seems like every day you wake up, there's always something new in the App Store that looks interesting, and I don't know, you may not play it because it's like, oh my god, dude, I'm already playing like 20 mobile games, and now there's this one, and you know, you blink twice, and then, oh my god, the game's gonna shut down for whatever reasons. So, like, it's just like the fast food era of mobile games, and it's bad because, you know, a lot of games don't have longevity anymore, because the second a new game comes out, like another one's getting shut down, and then its cycle goes on and on and on and on and on. So it's bad. I mean, there really shouldn't be that many games coming out, but you know, mobile companies have to make a profit and stuff. Not games, but people have to make a profit. So it is what it is. I think I've added enough to this, so I just need to figure out where I'm gonna put this at in the video. But yeah, I think that'll do it for this little ad. And the things that don't, like what's the word I'm looking for? The people who manage it have to like hit it square in the head. If they don't, then it's like at any minute this game can be shut down. If like they're not on top of it, you know, making sure everything operates well. And yeah, that's what happened with King's Knight. King's Knight is the name of it. The game there were too many problems with it, and then no one cared about it after a certain while, and that's why it got shut down so early. And honestly, like, the reason why I'm making this is because Attack on Titan Tactics is getting shut down next month, and I mean, I honestly wasn't surprised really, because like people were saying like that game, it's cool in the beginning, you know, when you're trying to pull whatever, but after you play for like a couple months, like there's not really anything to do. just like banners, 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 and like you really don't have a way to spend. What was it? I think it's just called gems in there. To spend your gems because like every time you want to save or you spend them, literally in the news, it's like, oh dude, you spend your gems on like John. Oh dude, like, but Levi's coming soon. Like Levi during the season 3 part 2, and then it's like, I just wasted my gems on a horse when I could have had. By the way, I like Jean. When I could have had, my husband, Levi. And it's quite unfortunate because Attack on Titan is a big show. I'm pretty sure you guys know this. Attack on Titan is huge. So it just sucks that Tactics didn't really, wasn't able to, help the series out, even though, honestly, I'm pretty sure the people who play Tactics know at least somewhat of Attack on Titan. They're not just playing it just to be like, oh hey, that looks cool. I'm pretty sure they know who the characters are and stuff, but I think you get what I mean. And it just sucks because I think I reinstalled it recently. I did. I think I installed it a couple weeks ago, and I was like, there's not nothing new. There's just all these banners, and I've beaten a lot of story mode, and I can't get past the hard stuff because I'm just lazy. I'm just lazy, and they don't really reward old players. I think they do it for new ones, but for the old ones, it's like, oh wow, that's crazy. You've been playing this game for a year. Hey, here's nothing. Which, speaking of that, I can dive into another topic. I don't understand why games decide to shut down immediately after anniversaries. Honestly, Attack on Titan Tactics being shut down reminds me of what happened with Tokyo Ghoul Rebirth. That game came out 2018, 19, no, it shut down in 2019. So I think it came out in 2018, and it got shut down after their anniversary in 2019. I think it was after, because Kaneki and Arima were the last big banner units to drop, and then it was like, hey, we're shutting down. With that too, that game had potential. That was another game I was really excited for. I was like, dude, oh my god, I can finally play this in English and understand what's going on. Because I played it, I dibbled and dabbled with it when it was Japan only, and I'm like, yo, this game is cool. I can't wait for a global release. And then I can't remember who, either someone shared it or I saw it, and it was like, yo, this game's getting an English release. And I'm like, oh my god, let's go. That meme, let's hecking go. That was me. And then I remember when it came out, actually, I can tell two stories with this. When Tokyo Ghoul Rebirth and King's Knight came out, I re-rolled hard for both of those games. I kid you not. When King's Knight came out, there was this one, dude I wanted. He was he had black hair and he was in bandages. Can't remember his name. If I remember, I'll put a picture up. And for Rebirth, I wanted Heisei, and you guys don't understand. I literally had 2 phones, and I would be multitasking. I would be playing Rebirth on one phone, seeing what I get from the first pool, and then playing Rebirth on another phone and seeing what I got for that pool. It took me, I think for Rebirth, it took me a good 35 times before I got the highest I wanted. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm gonna play on this account. And then for King's Knight, it was the same thing. Took me a lot. Took me a long time. And I was like, all right, cool. We're good. I can finally play this game. And it seems like every time I reroll hard for things, it gets shut down. Because of both of those games, they got shut down. So yeah, it just, that for mobile games, they just have to ensure that everything they're doing on their social medias and stuff is good, because with I can't talk. With certain games, you just know when they're about to shut down. There have been times to where, and I still think this, I have a feeling that Naruto Blazing is probably gonna shut down maybe by the end of this, either by the end of this year or next year. I just don't know why. I just have a feeling in my gut that that's gonna happen. I don't know. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I like Blazing. I play it every now and then. But I just have a feeling that that's gonna happen. Are there any other games that I see shutting down anytime soon? I probably do. I just can't think of it right now. But it just it just they just have to like do things good on like their social medias with like games that don't really have a fan base that like aren't like an anime mobile game. Because if they just basically have like crappy server like stuff, then the games are gonna be shut down fairly quickly. Like this one mobile game that came out, I think 3 months ago, and is literally getting shut down as we speak. I think it was called like Symphonia Gear Unlimited XD or something. Like that game came out. It had Attack on Titan collab the second it came out, and then within months, oh hey, this game's been shut down. And it's like I played it for like 5 seconds, and I'm like, I just got off the phone with Chief, and he said this ain't it, so I stopped playing. And I mean, I didn't see the game lasting for like 5 years, like certain mobile games like Brave. It was not going to be the next Brave Frontier because Brave Frontier is just Brave Frontier. All right, honestly, I can see that game getting shut down anytime soon too because it's just basically they're just releasing banners. I mean, sure, there's a way to get gems, and they do give a lot of free stuff, but the game is basically over. Like all the story stuff is done, so it can get like it. I mean, it probably won't ever get quote unquote shut down. It'll probably just go offline, maybe. It's not gonna be no Brave Frontier Last Summoner, of course, because that game was a disaster from the start. Like I think the second that game came out, you were supposed to get like pre-registration gifts, but you never got them, and it was doomed from the start. The game looked cool at first. The game had a really cool premise, but it was just executed terribly. And that's how it is with like some things. Like it seems cool on paper, but when you're in the server and you play it, it's just like, dude, this is horrible. This is buns. Like this is cheeks. Who was really playing this game? And then people realize, and they're like, you know, Bobby has a point. Who is playing this game? Why am I playing this game? I should just go whale on swimsuit units and some other. Sorry. As I was saying, I just instantly thought of swimsuit tier because it just makes me think about how hard I went for her. I think it's been like $60 on that banner, if I'm not mistaken. Which I know, I know, $60, But listen, for Tales of Link, I never, okay, wait, no, I'm lying. I wailed a couple times in that game. I wailed on swimsuit tier, and I think I wailed on, I think it was like a kimono banner or something. I can't remember. It's been like 4 years. Leave me alone. The times are different, okay? But yeah, it just depends. So, honestly, this video is all over the place. But all in all, games that don't have like good server nins are doomed to fail, and games that have good servers and everything else are destined to be the next 20-year mobile game. I can't wait to have grandkids and tell them about Brave Frontier on their 20th anniversary. Has this ever happened to you? Have you ever thought? You complete thought. Have you ever become a complete thought? Well, you can call this phone number to get that fixed. 1-800, I screwed up on my intro. That's 1-800, I screwed up on my intro.